Greetings, folks. You've reached DC Investing. I have reached financial independence, and I talk about topics that, in hopes, can help other people reach financial independence. And for fun today, the topic is it better to save a dollar or is it better to earn a dollar? And this argument probably comes in: if you're going to be able to invest someday, you need to be able to earn more so that you can save more. So in that respect, hey, earning a dollar is what you're after, but there's also something to be said for cutting your expenses back to save more. And the reason is, if you have a dollar or $100 or $1,000 or $10,000, not spending that money on something is is very efficient, because you get to keep all of that money. So if you have $10,000 and instead of spending it, you choose to save it, you get to keep that $10,000. And let's say you invested in the stock market, your investment is $10,000. And then it can grow. Once it's there, your tax rate on capital gains, long-term capital gains, and qualified dividends is lower um, than regular income. And I guess that's kind of the drawback to earning an extra dollar, because when you earn an extra dollar, that's when you get taxed. So if you think about it, if you're working a W-2 job, you want more money. You're like, well, I'll go out and get another job. If you earn a dollar, the first thing that you're going to get hit with is FICA, which is Social Security and Medicare. So I don't remember if it's 6.5% or 6.2% or something. So right off the top, you lose that amount. Then, depending on how much money you earn, you get taxed at the federal level and at the state level. So, if you're in a higher earning bracket, maybe you hit the 22% bracket, state taxes maybe 5%. Well, there's 27% of your extra dollar that disappears because you earned those extra dollars due to just taxes. So there's various strategies you can do to, not have to pay out some of those taxes. You can hide some of it in IRAs, 401ks, to save some taxes. But, the more you earn from a W-2 job, the higher your taxes. And so, consider a quarter of it is just gone, particularly when you count FICA tax along with it. So in that case, cutting back and saving, reducing your lifestyle, can be more efficient, because anything you don't spend, you keep more of. Any dollar you spend, you also, spend it on sales tax. If you buy some item, you may get property tax. Let's say you buy a car, you get taxed property tax on it. You have to do the registration, insurance. RVs and campers, you still get sales tax and property tax. There's things you can buy that you just get taxed over and over and over again. So definitely, if you can lower your expenditures so that for the money that you do have coming in, if you can figure out a way to spend less of it, that can have a long-term benefit, because saving a dollar is more efficient than earning another dollar. So just on taxes alone. So, food for thought. If you can look at your life and say, maybe I don't need this extra subscription to, whatever movie thing, Hulu, Paramount, Netflix, Disney, all of those things. Can you cut back on one of them? Are you paying for some online subscription that you really don't use? Do you have a gym membership that you really don't use? Is there do you have an extra car that really isn't something you need? Can you requote your auto insurance or your house insurance to try to get a better rate someplace? Cut back on going out to eat, going on different types of vacations, not necessarily the really costly ones, but there's always things you can do that cost less. If you can cut back on some of your expenses in life, then you can save more. And any dollar that you already have, if you can save it, it's more efficient than if you have to earn more. So kind of interesting thought there. Examine, I guess the takeaway would be, examine your own life. Are there ways you can save more of the money you already make, rather than trying to work more to get extra dollars? And if you can figure that out, Again, it's more efficient to save what you have as opposed to try to endlessly make more, make more, make more. So, curious, what are your thoughts? Are your goals in life to save more of what you already earn, or are your goals to make more than what you already earn? Be curious to hear what everyone's comments are. And of course, any comment helps the channel too. So, appreciate any comments that come out. Like, subscribe. I will continue to talk about finance topics, and some of them are motivational, some are strategies that can help your investing. And overall, I've learned a ton over the last many years. I just want to share that with as many people as possible. So like, subscribe. Thanks for visiting the channel. We'll see you. Bye.